Hello, everybody. Welcome to Treats and Eats with Krista and Jodi. We are excited to cook with you this month. We're cooking late on purpose, not just because we're busy, although we are busy, but we just went to Thrive Life's convention over the weekend and new stuff was launched. So we're super excited to show you what it is, show you how to cook with it, and how to get it in your homes so you can get it in your mouths. So first of all, they introduced chef packs. Now, they've had chef packs before, but this is a different concept. So it's basically 4 different starter packs where if you don't know where to get started, if you're new to freeze-dried food, you don't know how to cook with it, whatever, then there's 4 different packs, a breakfast pack, a Southwest pack, a one pot pack, and a casserole pack. I
Yep.
think that's what they are. I'm trying to remember them all. So I'm going to share some links while Krista's talking that you can kind of browse the packs, but we are featuring one today. And then we're going to cook a couple of meals out of it. And then in between there, we're going to show you guys the other things that they launched, which I'll just give you a hint. They're sweet treats. So yay. I mean, it's good to have healthy food storage, but it's also good to have sweet treats sometimes. So I'm going to work on getting some links to info about the packs, and Krista's going to go over the pack that we're featuring today, which we were super excited. We got asked to help develop recipes for this pack. And so some of our recipes will be the ones that are featured, and we're cooking some of them today. Yay. Look how cute it is. Oh, are you muted? No, you're good.
No, I should be good, right? I'm good.
You're good.
Okay, cool. All right. So, let me just move some of this stuff out of the way because okay, yeah, okay. So this is the pack. Isn't it cute? I love the little logo. I think it's adorable, and we're just gonna open it and see what's in it.
I want to steal that font now for like my website stuff because it's super cute.
Don't you? I do
I
too.
need to ask them what font it is.
Right. So yeah, we are going to just open this and see what's in it. So this is the Southwest pack that, Jody just told you that we demoed this at convention, which was awesome. It was so much fun, but let's just open it and see what's in here. So, okay. All looks awesome. Okay. What do we got? We got chicken slices. My live studio audience is happy about that. Ground beef. A staple that should be in every kitchen, chopped onions. We've got instant black beans. So that's 3 proteins right there in one pack. That's awesome. Oh, wait, here's another protein. Pepper jack cheese, one of my favorites. If anyone, I love this.
That might be my favorite protein is cheese.
Probably mine too. We've got red bell peppers. We have green bell peppers. And we have corn. That's what's in our pack. So what does this mean for you? This first off, this is 8 cans. I'm trying to move it over. Okay. So yeah, we got 8 cans here, okay. And everything is like Southwest. The only thing that I wish was in here is green chilies. I wish the green chilies were in here, but that's okay. That's okay. Because I always have those as a staple in my house anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But what they've done is they've like taken all of these ingredients and put them in one box so that you can mix and match if and when you want to or need to, right? So you can substitute onions when you need an onion in another recipe, or you can substitute bell peppers or whatever. And then, yeah, so everything's in there. They're also going to have a QR code in the box or on the box or wherever they haven't decided what exactly they're doing. By the way, these start going on sale April 15th or mid-April, somewhere around there.
Middle April. You can't get them yet, but
Yes, they're not available quite yet,
buy the
but
individual ingredients right now if you want to start.
this is true. This is true. But there is a QR code that they'll be sending with these packages, and that will lead you to the recipes for that pack. The ones that Jody and I have actually spent some really good time creating for you. And we're actually going to cook a couple of those for you tonight. So we're really excited about this. And there's with the 4 different packs, we're probably just going to demo all the packs for the next few months, right? Because you guys want to know what to do with them, right? And how to work with them and all the good stuff. So I think that's what we're probably going to be doing. So, did I leave anything out, Jody? All right, should we
Put a
start?
link to the PDF that has like a flyer with the packs. I was wrong. It's not casserole. It was skillet was the other one. And so the idea is just basically like if you have this pack, you can make all kinds of different stuff with it. So
Mhm.
if you eat a lot of Southwest style foods, you can have tacos, burritos, fajitas, then get the Southwest kit and it just gives you a foundation for your kitchen. So if you cook a lot, maybe you don't need it, but it's also discounted. I think it's 20% off if you get it in the pack. So it's a little boost there. So
Yep.
let's start cooking.
All
Yay.
right. All right, you first or me first?
You're first.
Me first. Okay. Mine's going to be really easy. We're doing a chicken enchilada dip, and that's what we're doing. So I'm going to tilt this down so that you can see what I'm working with here. Got my nice big bowl and what I'm using in here, which 3 out of the 4 Thrive ingredients are in the Southwest pack. So that is what we're talking about. So we've got chopped onions. Oh, wait, no, that goes in my box. I'm like, there's no onions in this dip. What am I talking about? 3. There's 3 things. 2 of them are in the pack. So we're going to start with some the chicken slices, and then we are going to do the pepper jack cheese. And we've got green chilies going in this recipe. So those are there. We are going to start with the chicken. So I actually used, I'm gonna, let me just wash my hands really quick because I know I washed them, but I just want to make sure for my studio audience. Sorry, guys. Live TV. This is live TV, right? Okay. So, I'm going to start with the chicken. So I wanted to show you though, because if I cover this and turn it over, you'll see smaller pieces on the bottom, right? So I actually used some of our diced chicken because I had just a little bit left over in a can. So I wanted to use that, right? But then I opened my can of chicken slices and you can see how big they are. What we're going to do to get them a little smaller is we're just going to break them up. Okay. So that's all and they actually break apart really easily, which is awesome because this is a dip. So I don't need big old chunks of chicken, right? And so we're going to do that really quick. That breaks apart really easily. But you can see how these are like big old chicken slices. Like if you were to take a breast and go cook it on your grill and slice it up, this is what it would look like. This is, I mean, it's real chicken, right? We all know this one. So we're gonna put their chicken in here, make sure I'm a big little thingies. All right, we got chicken. Oh, big, there's another one. All right. All right, got my chicken and my green chilies. So I just opened a new can of green chilies for convention, and they were a little bigger than normal. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Why is there a difference um between some of the food, right? Why one day I'll get one that's half this size or a third of this size or a quarter of this size, and why am I getting bigger ones, right? And it all depends on what grower it comes from. We don't have the same standards at every grower. We have the same standards in regards to nutrition and how they're grown and all of those things, but we allow our farmers to chop them however they need to be chopped at their place. So that's why you get kind of like one time I got really tiny pineapple and I'm like, oh, this is weird. And I actually prefer that better now. And now it's bigger. So
How little
see,
mine is.
yep. And these are quite big pieces. I mean, look at this. That's a big
Those are
old
big.
piece,
I never seen them that big.
right? So that, and it's in my new pack. Like here's another one, right? That's pretty big. So I'm going to give these a quick chop just because they look more like green peppers almost a little. And they're green chili, so I don't wanna make it too hot for my studio audience.
It would
Right?
be too spicy for me if they were too big.
Right? Right? They're a little on the big
Hi,
side.
Sally.
Okay, so
Sally wants to eat them.
oh, you can't have green chilies. No, 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 you go away. You can't have green. She smells the chicken. So I just gave that a quick chop, and so I'm gonna put that in here. Then I'm going to add a little bit of water. No green chilies for you, blonde girl. Okay, a little bit of water. And we're going to give this a nice mix. A little toss. And I know oh, that smells so good. The green chilies are amazing in there. Oh, I know we've talked about refreshing things. We usually talk about them every single time we get on, but you can you see how dry it is in the bottom of my bowl? I need a little bit more water, right? And that's how we roll here, right? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more water because I want everything to at least get wet, kind of, sort of, right? All right, that's better. All right, that looks good. All right, so I've got that. Let's see. Add you want it a little bit dry, and it's gonna have some liquid in there. So now I'm gonna add, it says a cup of enchilada sauce. I found a can that was 10 ounces. A cup is 8 ounces. So I'm just gonna do all of it because that's how I roll. Put that in. So this is enchilada sauce. You can actually make your own enchilada sauce if you prefer to do that. You can do that too. I have a great recipe for that. We're gonna also add a tablespoon of taco seasoning. And then we're gonna add 12 ounces of cream cheese. I'm gonna switch to my spatula. Break it up a little bit. And the cream cheese is softened, by the way, too. So
sometimes with sauce, you could rehydrate your stuff like right in it, like a spaghetti sauce. But I think this is too thick, so it's good you added water first.
yes, exactly. That's a good thought. All right, so we're getting that all mixed up. And so all we're going to do is we are going to put this in a baking dish. You can do cast iron, you can do whatever it is you feel inclined. And then we're going to throw it in the oven for about 20 minutes. And then we'll come back and see how it's doing. Pretty easy, huh?
I am going to cook mine and then it has to cook too. So I'm going to make you wait until you watch my recipe until we talk about the sweet stuff. I got to hide it so you don't cheat again. Oh, look. Okay, I got to make me big. So I also posted a link in the chat where you can look at the recipes, but you could just click on it and look at it after so you don't get distracted. Just kidding. It's fine. You don't have to look at me. Let's move my past. I'm so excited. So cute. So I am making one of the recipes. Krista, can you watch in case anyone comes in late for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm making one of the recipes that's featured on the website that I sent you. And it's the beef fajita casserole. So it's nice because you don't have to, it's not like still see the treats, don't look. There. You just gotta see what I'm cooking. Okay. So you don't have to put it together like fajitas, but it's the same flavor as fajitas. So I started this soaking just a little bit before because it really doesn't take long to cook, but you don't want to have crunchy beef. So I made the mistake when we blended our families and I started introducing the world of food storage and Thrive to my bonus children. I made the mistake of having some ground beef that was crunchy still in a recipe. And so they got this like really, really bad impression of cooking with food storage. And I've spent 5 years trying to break that opinion of the food. So I can always sneak it in, it's just fine. But yeah, if they hear fried beef, but it's actually really good. And my chunks in my can right now are really small. So you can also do this with beef dices, but what's in the kit is the ground beef. So that's what we're using today. It also has white rice. So if you do instant rice, it will cook faster in this. I have teenagers who, instead of opening this with the spout, decided to just rip my box. So Thrive does have some instant brown rice on the website, but I think it's on sale this month. So I like that for like food storage to keep the long shelf life, but I cook with regular, whatever's in the cupboard. So one other thing real quick is Krista talked about the cheese. I'm gonna start my cheese refreshing a little bit because you do top this recipe with cheese.
Oh my gosh. Can you pause for just 1 second?
What?
I totally forgot to put my cheese in the dip.
I was thinking about that.
So thank you for talking about refreshing, because I refreshed my pepper jack. So this is what it looks like. And I'm putting it in right before I put it in the oven. So we're good. I didn't totally ruin it, but live TV people.
Hey, we're not perfect.
No.
Anybody can do this, right? So when they launched this cheese, Krista and I sat at my parents' dining room table and ate probably like almost a whole can of it.
That is true.
It was so good. We
It
were
was
like
so good.
showing it to our team and our friends. Okay, so in this recipe, and you can eat it totally just out of the can. It's like just a tiny bit spicy, but not really spicy. It's so good. So if you have watched our shows before, you may have seen us refresh cheese. This is the tumble method. So I put as much cheese as I want on the top. You can use like half a cup to 3/4 cup. And then you only add a little bit of water, like way less than you think. You don't want to drown your cheese. You just want to barely moisten it. And that will help it not get too sticky and clumpy. So I did about probably like 3 tablespoons in there. And then just shake it up. And that's going to start absorbing all the water and just settle in. So I'm going to shake it a few times while I'm putting the rest of the ingredients in. It'll be good. So I want to eat more cheese. So good. I'm going to do my spices first. This has taco seasoning. You can use like a packet of taco seasoning, but I just like buying a big old thing like this because then you can use 1 tablespoon and you don't have to waste half of a packet of taco seasoning. Or if you're like my husband, you can put a lot of the taco seasoning in to your recipe. This is garlic. My dog came to say hi too. So this is fried garlic. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. I really like it because it's freeze dried. So it pretty much is like regular garlic. Then I'm just gonna put a wee bit of salt. I know you're not supposed to pour it right over your food, but it's whatever. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm gonna stir it up. So it's already starting to hydrate and the rice is like not cooking, but getting soft. So this is gonna be such a good little casserole. And it's nice because you can like double or triple or half, depending on how many people you're feeding. Because at my house, it can be 9 people sometimes, or it can be 2 people sometimes. So, and then there's just a little bit of bouillon in this. So our bouillon's nice because it is vegetarian. It doesn't have like additives and stuff. So it's pretty healthy in terms of bouillon with a little bit of flavor. And then to thicken it up, you add Thrive tomato sauce powder. If you have like regular tomato powder, it will work too. The tomato sauce powder has a little bit of seasoning and stuff in it. So it's just nice and it's 1/4 cup. I was trying to do a tablespoon, that wouldn't be enough. And it's a really good thickener. It kind of makes the sauce of the recipe in combination with the taco soup. So you get a little more of the Southwest flair versus just like a tomato saucy recipe by adding the taco seasoning in there with it. So then I stir it up. Then I'm going to just add the rest of my veggies. And I had like 2¼ cups of water that I had added in there. So this is chopped onions. This is what is in the kit, as like Krista mentioned. If you have like dehydrated onions or onion slices, whatever, you can use mix and match, but this is what comes in the kit. So we got a bunch of onions. We got yummy red peppers. So it does have red and green peppers in the kit. I'm doing red peppers for this recipe, half a cup. These are, mine come big. I don't know, sometimes I feel like they've been smaller, but I like the big ones. Especially if you're doing like actual fajitas for casserole, actually. Just realized I usually do break them up a little bit so that they kind of spread throughout the casserole. And again, if you had like onions, that bigger onion slices, you could, then it's more like fajitas, actual fajitas too. Instead of, because it is a fajita casserole, right? And last, I'll do the green chilies. So like we were saying, mine are kind of small. I just put 2 tablespoons and it gives it a little extra pizzazz. They really should have put these in the kit. Kind of crazy. They didn't. But you always probably have a can of green chilies. So if you didn't have Thrive, you could just do the canned ones. Okay, so I'm just going to stir it all up. We might need a little more water. A tiny bit more water. So then I'm gonna bake it, and once it's like halfway through baking, then I would, then I'm gonna put the cheese on, because the cheese is just gonna hydrate a little bit more, but then this will start cooking. Then I'm gonna talk about our sweet treats. Then Krista's gonna show you her food, and then I'll come back and show you the finished casserole. But this is what it looks like for now. It does kind of maybe look a little bit like dog barf, but it tastes really good. So, and it smells good. Chris always says smell-o-vision, but I think I have the one that smells the best today. So now I wish I had smell. You had smell-o-vision so you could smell it. So I'm gonna throw that in the oven.
Mine smells good too. It'll start smelling here in a minute. It's only in the oven for 5. So
I just had to brag because mine's smelling really good and it's making me hungry.
it always smells good. I love the smell of the pepper jack cheese. It's amazing.
I know. See, here's mine. So, and with this fajita recipe, like when I first made it, I did it with cheddar cheese and it was totally fine. Like, again, you can mix and match with whatever you have, but it's nice to have the kit because you basically have everything you need to make any of these recipes. That would actually be good with the corn in it too. Okay, so I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute and talk about the treats. So first and foremost, okay, can you see me? Sorry, I look terrible today. This was a convention only product. They used to have it years ago and I saved like 1 can of it and we moved and it got hidden and unhidden and my children found it and raided it. And I found an empty can, which was my last can. So I was very sad, but now they came back with it. Limited time only. It was supposed to be only convention, but I think they made enough to sell a little bit afterwards. So here is what it is. Ice cream sandwiches. They're super good. I'm going to show you what they look like. If you have a freeze dryer, I'm sure you've probably tried to make these, which I have a freeze dryer, but I never managed to get around to making them. Plus, theirs are so good. So they look just like regular ice cream sandwiches. They're so good. I'm trying to be gluten-free, so I'm not going to eat one for you right now. But if you can go on the website and buy some, I would. And we are going to run a promo that I will tell you more about later. That has to do with those. Okay, so the other thing they launched, and this is something to remember if you're looking at the labels. So Thrive really prides itself on being healthy and really clean labels. Well, if you're eating treats, like that's not really the point. So they have admitted that these are not like healthy treats. They're not trying to be healthy. They're just trying to be fun and yummy. And Thrive, actually, this is a fun fact. If you've seen the actual Skittles, popped Skittles at the store, like the freeze-dried Skittles. Thrive freeze-dries for the Skittles company, freeze-dries their Skittles. So they're kind of capitalizing on candy being popular right now, and they came up with a candy line. Dun, dun, dun. So I'll show you them each. So there's 3 different products, and how many in a pantry can of the ice creams? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe 6 bars. That's what it looks like to me in there.
Yeah, there's
So
6 bars in there.
the candy, and when I've been having people taste test them, I kind of go in an order because the first one is lemon. So sour lemon puffs, and they are sour, but they're delicious sour, and they get kind of less sour as you eat them until you eat too many and they give you a canker sore on your tongue like I got on the way home yesterday. But the cool thing about this candy line is they actually invented the candy. So they didn't just go buy lemon heads and freeze dry lemon heads. They invented candy, developed candy that freeze specifically for the purpose of freeze drying. They look like little Cheeto balls. And they're so good. It's a little sour, but be really good with Diet Coke. You don't need a lemon. You can just do your eat your freeze dried ball. And then the second one, it was tiger's blood. So this one, if you've ever had snow cones, it tastes just like literally like the tiger's blood snow cones. So they have pink ones and blue ones. They're really sweet, but they're delicious. Yeah, I'm having to taste test them again just so I can talk about how good they are while I'm eating them, right? That one's really yummy. So these in a whole can, it's like 500 calories, and you wouldn't eat a whole can at once. You'd only eat a few, especially the sour ones. So those ones are also really good. They're like, it's poofy and they really like melt in your mouth. They just like fall apart and crumble. They're super good. And then the last one, oh, this one's almost gone. I can tell which one is my kid's favorite. These are mint chocolate puffs. They taste like Andes mints. So you can see the texture of them. They're a little more solid, which I was feeding these to my nephew. I'm like, oh, they just fall apart in your mouth. Well, this one didn't fall apart as easily as the other ones. So you can see this one's a little more airy and this one's a little more solid. It still melts in your mouth, but it's just got a little more firm texture. You can hear the crunch. It tastes just like an Andes mint. So these, you don't have to wait till mid-April. They are available on the website right now. And they did have like a little bit of a weird thing with the labels. So they might, I'm not sure if they were relabeling, but I think you can still order them right now. But you might get old labels or you might get new labels because they're just regular people and I guess mistakes happen. So there was some funky stuff on the new labels, but I'm super excited about it. I am going to have to like hide them in my food storage because if my kids like know that these exist now. And so they're going to rate it, but I want to have it for an emergency because you really do need that kind of comfort food stuff when there's an emergency. And these have a really good shelf life. I think it's 5 years. I don't think it's 25 years. That was part of the problem on the label. It says 25 years, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. But it probably lasts way longer than that anyways.
It's
So
5.
yeah, 5. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, mine says 25, but I think that was just because they know most of their stuff's 25 years. So any questions about the candy? And then do you want to know, well, actually, is your food ready or do we need longer? I can keep talking. Is yours ready? You're muted.
Sorry. It's not quite ready, but
Yeah.
the studio audience is trying everything right now. So talk a little bit more and then we'll go to my live studio audience and see
Okay,
what.
they can give us a live taste test of the candies. So I wanted to tell you, so we had a little promotion. So with the brownies, since they're limited time, Krista and I did what Krista and I do, and we each bought 1 or possibly more cases of brownies. Not brownies. I wish they had the brownies still of the ice cream sandwiches. So we are going to offer, if whoever invited you to the demo today, either one of us, if you join as a Thrive consultant before the end of March, we will send you a delicious can of ice cream sandwiches, which by the end of March, they might be sold out and you will miss out on them. So it's a really good offer. And it's actually the best way to purchase because it's kind of like buying a Costco membership. So you buy the membership, ours is only $40 to get started, and then you get 10% back in free food on all your own purchases. So even if you never share, you never sell to anybody else, whatever, it's just like a membership program, but you only have to pay for it once. So that is the promo that we're offering this month. If you do sign up, then we'll help you get started to know how to make the most out of your benefits of being a consultant. So sometimes you'll get like special consultant only products or consultant deals. And you also get, if you do want to share a little with your family or friends, or they taste the delicious candy and they're like, I want to buy some candy, then in your first month, you get really good benefits. You get like twice as much commission and free food on stuff that you sell to other people. So it's pretty awesome. And that's why we want to share the love and give you your own delicious ice cream sandwiches to try. So if you're interested in taking us up on that offer, just get with whichever one of us you're buddy with, and we will make sure to take care of you. If you have any questions about that, you can put them in the chat too. Okay, Krista, let's see what your studio audience thinks.
Okay, here's one of them. This is my niece.
Oh, I'm going to make you big. Hold on.
This is Rory. So tell me, did you try the ice cream sandwich?
Yes, it was.
Hi, Rory.
Hi.
And let's see, did you try the chocolate mint?
Yes.
And what about the sour lemon?
Yep.
Is it sour?
Yes.
Is it really sour?
Not really sour,
But good
it's
sour, right?
Yeah. good
Okay,
sour.
so good sour. Yes, awesome. It's like,
What's your favorite?
My favorite, probably the lemon sour.
oh,
Okay.
awesome. My favorite is the tiger blood. Your favorite? Tiger blood. Tiger blood, Chris?
I've only had the chocolate.
Oh, he's still trying things.
You need to try some more,
And
obviously.
the other one is a chocolate mint favorite. So yes, it's definitely family approved.
So the interesting thing is it seems like each person has a different favorite. So you know what the answer to that is you have to buy all of them.
All
Right.
of them.
You may have to buy a case of each of them.
I probably need to do that. Thank you, Rory.
I may or may not have done that yesterday, just not gonna admit that out loud or anything, but okay. Is your stuff ready or should I put the cheese on mine? I can show either way.
Why don't you put the cheese on yours?
Okay. Let me make me big again. Please. Oh, and I'll post after Krista's finishing hers, I'll put links to info about the candies too. There's some cute flyers and stuff. So I'm gonna grab my yumminess. It does really smell good. The problem with our time zones is I'm always doing this at 8:30 at night. So we've already had to cook dinner. Okay. This actually is almost done. So all the water is pretty much absorbed. It kind of looks like porcupine meatballs. Have you ever had porcupine meatballs? So this is what the casserole looks like. Super easy, super good. This is one that I've actually done as a meal in a jar before because all the ingredients are dry. So you could easily just have everything except the cheese in your jar and just put the cheese in a little baggie. Yeah, this is good. It's pretty much, because I soaked the beef and the rice a little before, it's just thickening up and cooking super fast. Delicious. So one thing with the cheese is if you put it in the fridge, it gets a nicer texture, but this is just fine. See how I can sprinkle it on so it doesn't, it's not super clumpy like it would be if you drowned it. So some stuff like the meat, I'll just kind of soak in water and then just drain it and it's fine. But the cheese, you definitely don't want to do that. You also, if you're going to hope that it will melt, you definitely have to hydrate it first. So I always teach people from my own mistakes. The first time I tried the cheese, I thought it would be great to make a pizza with it. And I just shook it out of the can on top of my pizza and was sorely disappointed at the results. So I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. And then I just basically need to put this back in the oven until the cheese is melty. And bon appetit. Sorry, you can't see my oven. You don't want to see it anyways, because it's not very clean right now. Okay. So that's mine. That's what I got. You ready, Krista?
Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to work on getting those other links while you're finishing yours.
Well, it probably needs another couple minutes, actually. My oven is weird. It's acting up today.
Well, can you just show it without it being all the way done?
Yep, we're gonna do that.
Perfect.
Because it's, oh, actually, it smells amazing. Holy moly.
Dang it. Now I got envy. I got chicken dip envy.
Oh, it actually, I mean, it probably could only use like 2 more minutes, literally. So I think we're good.
Oops. Oh, this flyer is so cute. I really like cute things. You guys got to see this flyer. Okay. Click on the flyer while she's getting ready to show you her dip. Have you seen the flyer, Krista? It's super cute.
All right, so we are gonna dish some of this up.
So on the website, if you're looking for the candy, it's under sweets. They made a new category for treats. Ooh, that looks so good.
Right? It looks amazing. I think I'm just gonna like sprinkle a little paprika on there for decor. And we're gonna call it that.
So I missed it. You just had the pepper jack melted in there, like it was just stirred up in there, or was it like sprinkled on top?
It was done inside, so it's all inside. It's
All
all
mixed in. So it's like a creamy, cheesy, deliciousness. Mm.
a little paprika. Here we go. All right. Yay! Oh, this smells so good. I can't. Okay, gotta go.
Okay, here's a link to where the actual treats are. So yes, they are available right now. And if you order in the delivery service, it is free shipping if your order is over $100. And then whatever like the monthly special items are, which we always usually feature, but this time we were featuring the pack. But this month it had some good stuff. It had like eggs, the scrambled eggs, instant milk, pineapple. It had some green veggies and things because it was St. Patrick's Day. So all of those are discounted like 20 to 30% off within that delivery service. And then, like I said, the free shipping on all orders over $100. So if you got a couple of a case of each item, it would be over $100, right?
It's true.
The candy, it's good. So, and it actually is pretty good. Like if you've seen a lot of times, like at the gas stations and stuff, they'll have these little pouches like this big of the freeze-dried Skittles, and they're usually like $7 or $8. So to get a whole can, and they were pretty full. Like this one was full all the way to the top. The tiger's blood. It's so good.
It was. Yeah. My tiger's blood was full of the top too.
And only like, I think with the discount, it's like $11, or if you get a case, it's even cheaper. So, definitely try to get the candy. If you do take us up on our offer to get the free ice cream sandwiches, but you'd rather try one of the candies, we could probably be convinced to sub it out for you. Just let us know. And yeah. Oh, I guess I can't really show mine, but it's just the same, just with cheese melted on top. And then
Oh, yeah, that was good.
oh, they're already taste testing over there.
They are. They're like, oh, this dip is really good.
Okay, so someday we need to have like all of our Zoom watchers like come and cook and eat with us. That would be super fun.
That would be super fun.
Got to travel around the country and cook with everyone. Be fun.
Yep. Do the 4 corners.
Right? Definitely. Okay. So that's all we got tonight. It was kind of short because we did want to feature those new products and we just wanted to give you a tease about these packs. So once we start, once they're actually available, we will probably do maybe like 4 recipes from the website each time we feature one pack. And it'll just basically give you all lots of ideas and to see how easy it really is to cook with it. Because we have noticed over 14 years of teaching people about food storage and freeze-dried food, the biggest hangup is just getting people to start opening their cans. And you saw how easy it was to pop it open, right? You pop open and sprinkle it in your food. It's just regular food. I mean, you would make a fajita bake, you'd make a chicken enchilada sauce dip, like you're just subbing out your normal food. And that's why we do these shows too, so you can kind of see like the cheese tricks or the chopping up stuff, like the little tricks and tips that can help you along the way. But really, it's pretty dang easy to just take what you normally cook and throw in a couple of food storage items. So hopefully that was helpful. And I'm going to stop the recording. But if anybody wants to stay on and ask questions or chit chat, we can hang out for just a second. So I'm going to stop recording. Bye. If you're watching the replay, thank you.